All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into the very first topic of the day, I would like to say thank you all for showing up to Sotko Fest. It's still going on till the 9th, and then my channel's gonna kind of go back to normal on like the 11th of December, and there'll be a video daily as usual. But for now, I've been kind of busy with live and doing other stuff as well. But let's get right into it. It's hard to talk today for some reason. Vertcoin, 51% attack could have a $100,000 double spend. So in a detailed blog post, Coinbase security engineer Mark Nesbitt revealed that Vertcoin's network, why Coinbase, who knows, went through repeated 51% attacks, with the largest reorganization having a length of 310 blocks and a depth of 307 blocks, which, according to the specialist, may have caused double spends upwards of $100,000. And the incident started in October and happened on 4 different occasions, and the last of which was supposedly ongoing at the time of publishing the blog post on December 2nd. So ASIC proof, but, you know, it's worth noting that Vertcoin's mining algorithm is deliberately geared against ASIC and ASIC-like devices by making them particularly inefficient. Instead, mining on the network is designed to be achieved solely through commonly available graphics cards. And Nesbitt argues, though, that this is largely counterproductive to the network security because it enables anyone in the world who is using graphics cards to attack the coin, as opposed to networks mined with ASICs. Well, I'm not sure if I agree with that because, you know, I guess you could mine something with ASICs too, but it does make it a bit harder. And plus, there's good old nice hash as well, where you can buy a whole bunch of hash power. So Vertcoin under attack, and it's really not surprising because a lot of these coins that used to be really profitable, like Bitcoin Gold and Vertcoin, have been hit with 51% attacks. As people stop mining them, the hash rate overall goes down, and then it becomes a lot easier for a single entity to cause a 51% attack on coins like Vertcoin. Moving on to another article here, Litecoin sees a 60% of its total supply moved in one go. So based on network statistics, Litecoin saw an anomalous transaction of around 36 million coins, or just a paltry, a tiny little transaction of just $1.16 billion. And while it is likely the result of moving coins from exchange wallets, some see the regrouping as preparation for more active times to come. So crypto update: in the past 15 minutes, the top 50 Litecoin wallets have received 45,000 more Litecoin than they have sent. And it is possible that some of the Litecoin are sent to exchanges, which usually hold the largest wallets, which makes sense. The wallet ecosystem and observed addresses are a source of panic for investors interested in crypto assets, even though no single wallet for Litecoin holds more than 1.56% of the supply. A tweet from Weiss Rating suggests a single source of the large transactions. So new Litecoin whale emerges, question mark. November 30th, about 35 million Litecoin, or 60% of the total supply, totaling 1.1 billion, reportedly moved by one entity. And this shows how centralized some darlings of crypto like Litecoin are. Not good. Litecoin centralization, I don't think it's total centralization, but interesting that one total entity is moving so many wallets that equals $1.16 billion. So somebody has a lot of Litecoin, and I guess you could consider that a little bit centralized, but I don't think that's what we're really talking about here. But it could be to an exchange, or it could be from exchanges, and that makes sense because they always have the biggest wallets. But, you know, maybe they're moving it and preparing it, taking it offline, just waiting for that price to go on up. Who knows? Either way, maybe they could take it out of the supply, and maybe the price will go up, but who knows? It'll probably get sold off when the price goes back up. Way she goes. Moving on. So unfortunately, the ETC dev cannot continue with the Ethereum Classic devs to work in the current situation, and has ceased our activity. So the Ethereum Classic developers have shut down, or at least the main developers, if you will. And this is their little announcement. It's great regret that I communicate the shutdown of Ethereum Classic dev. Current activities related to Ethereum Classic effective immediately. As is publicly known, we have struggled with funding our operations in the last few weeks, and this was partially due to the market crash combined with a cash crunch in the company. And nobody really seems to care, though, because, well, interestingly, I mean, Ethereum Classic never really did anything, and nobody really ever used a platform, and you can really see that from the comments. So it's just, does this mean the whole Ethereum project is dead? ETC is dead. Thanks for your amazing work. But still traded on Coinbase, and this guy just says, well, they just listed on Coinbase because Coinbase had 1 million ETC to dump. And then some other people were saying, well, there are other Ethereum Classic developers that can still develop things, and you can still develop things on Ethereum Classic, but Ethereum Classic dev team had a roadmap. And so what is this going to do to Ethereum Classic? Well, it's probably not going to be good because it's still being traded on all kinds of exchanges, but without a developer team, it's basically just going to be Ethereum Classic as it is forever, unless people, I guess, take up the torches, but things can still be made with it. But I don't really recall any good dApps, any good contracts with Ethereum Classic. I'm sure you can find some, but for the most part, they're really underused coin. Moving on to the next article here, South African crypto trader tortured into giving up 60,000 in Bitcoin. Lesson learned: don't have your Bitcoin. Make sure if you got 60,000 on you, make sure you got some security or something. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the lesson is. I just said that. While cryptocurrency related crime generally takes place in the cyber realm, a group of crypto criminals in South Africa decided to adopt a more hands-on approach. A crypto trader in South Africa found himself drugged, beaten, and robbed of 800,000 rand, approximately 60,000 worth of Bitcoin. And the victim, referred to as Andrew, claims he met a man on Facebook who invited him to give a presentation on Bitcoin in Natuli Street in Meadowlands Zone 5 on November 16th. Okay, so if I receive a message from a man on Facebook or in my email that says, hey, would you like to give a presentation in Natuli Street in Meadowlands Zone 5, I'd be like, I don't know where that is, and that sounds like a bad idea. So after entering the premises, he was allegedly approached from behind and rendered unconscious with a drug-infused cloth clamped over his mouth. Okay. And so upon regaining consciousness, he had found he'd been shifted to another location where a group of people stripped, beat, and tortured him into giving up his Bitcoin password along with his First National Bank account details. So according to police reports, the victim was burnt with a hot iron and threatened with murder if he did not disclose the information, and ended up giving them the information to his Bitcoin and his bank account, and off they went with over $60,000. So I'm assuming the drug-infused cloth was chloroform. I don't know why they just don't say that, because, you know, it's pretty common, or at least, I don't know, it's easy to get, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe if you're a chemist, who knows? Either way, moving on to the final article. Venezuelans remain skeptical after President Maduro raises the petro's value. Yeah, that instantly makes me skeptical as well. I don't blame them. This article is a little interesting. So Nicolas Maduro's move to increase the price of the petro, the country's oil-backed cryptocurrency, and not just oil, I think they threw in like diamonds and gold and everything else to back it. It has sparked intense debate. Experts and tech-savvy Venezuelans alike are less enthusiastic about the Venezuelan president's decision. So Venezuelans have blasted President Nicolas Maduro in the cryptocurrency after the leader upped the petro's price. So last week, Maduro said the price of the petro, his country's national cryptocurrency, had been increased from 3,600 bolivars to 9,000. And the wallet for the petro is still unavailable. It's just, I don't know, it's just not there. You know what I mean? You could buy our coin, but we don't have a wallet. But the Venezuelan government continues to sell the digital currency and issue certificates of purchase to buyers. Oh man, whoa! I was getting scared there. I thought I wasn't gonna get my currency. I got a certificate, so it's okay. It's backed by the Venezuelan government, guys. It's backed. It's a certificate. But experts are skeptical on whether the cryptocurrency could even be trusted, and Venezuelans working in the field of technology have said they would never use it. And likely, to me, if you ask me, it doesn't even exist in the first place. Fabian Camacho, a 28-year-old software developer and system engineer, says now working in Colombia, said, I wouldn't plan to use the petro, and I don't believe the exchange houses them in Venezuela. They prefer to buy dollars to resell them and play with the exchange rate that is handled here according to the price of the peso compared to the bolivar and the dollar. What? This is the most confusing cryptocurrency. Every time I read an article on this, it just completely changes. Now it's the petro, the peso, who knows. He added, the bolivar and the dollar too. Yeah, throw that in there. Oh no, oil's a little bit too wacky of a price. Let's tie it in with diamonds and gold, and the peso and the U.S. dollar, and then let's throw the price of molten plastic in there. And how about this old TV in the back? It's like a $43.99 TV. Put it in there. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, nah, it's not 3,600 now. It's 9,000. Let's make it 9,000 bolivars. So they're just making things up. There's an entire country on planet Earth that I thoroughly believe currently is just completely making things up. They're like, no, we got a petro. We'll give you a certificate. And then they get everybody's money, and they're going to be like, I don't know, I mean, and when everyone's like, hey, when's that wallet going to be done? They're like, oh, it's going to be next week, 2 weeks later. Oh, it's going to be done pretty soon. You got your certificate, though, so it's okay. So yeah, who would even buy this? I don't understand. It makes no sense. Anyway, moving on, guys. Let's do a little refresh on CoinMarketCap here. $120 billion market cap. We are going down, down, down. No more up and then down and then up and then down. These coins are lit, bro. No more JR business. Boom. Done. Dunsies. But we are going down for quite a while here. Still looking for that bull run in December, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But we can all believe in our hearts. We're waiting for backed futures to come around January 24th. Is that going to help? We're hoping backed futures is going to help. But either way, great time to buy more coins. And it's sort of a reset for the whole world. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Couldn't afford Bitcoin at 20,000? Let me go ahead and back that up for you to 3,700. So not a big deal. Think of it more as an opportunity than your portfolio going down, I guess, because it's a great time to load up on that crypto. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.